What's up, fam? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all had a great week. I'm actually not feeling too well today. I got a bit of a headache and I hurt my back in my sleep from a certain way I was sleeping. So it kind of hurts to turn to the right, but I'm getting old. Anyway, I promised you guys a video, so here it is. Today I'm gonna make a video about facts about me. Yay! I'm sorry, I'm gonna be like eating and drinking during this video because I am starving and I need my dose of coffee. So my coffee cup says, enjoy every moment. And I know that's like a very basic saying and like people are just like, oh yeah, okay, whatever. But it actually means a lot to me and it should mean a lot to you because you know, you never know when life is gonna end. Life is so short. Just cherish every moment with the people that you love. Tell them that you love them. And just keep negativity away from your life. Just distance yourself from negativity because everybody deserves to be happy. Anyway, let's get started. So obviously, as you know, everybody has thousands and thousands of facts about them, but I didn't know what specifically to talk about. I narrowed it down to about 12-ish facts. Okay. So, what do? I am actually currently a graduate student. I'm a first-year master's student in public policy at the University of Southern California. So, a lot of people don't know what public policy is. It's basically addressing societal and social issues from a political standpoint. So that is what I'm studying right now. For my undergraduate institution, I actually went to Emory University in Atlanta, Georgia. I studied women's gender and sexuality studies and I double majored in psychology. But I wanted to go down the WGSS route and kind of delve into the political aspect of it. So here I am pursuing public policy. I still don't know what I want to specialize in public policy, but I am leaning towards either health policy or international policy. We'll see. It's only a 2-year program, so this is my first year and I'll graduate May of 2020. Alright, so what am I? I am Indian. I am like Indian from the country Indian, not Native American Indian. A lot of people get this confused and I kind of get irritated. Okay. If we look into history, the terminology Indian that has been used to refer to Native American populations is actually a colonized term that colonizers, when they accidentally came to the United States in search of spices when they meant to go to India, they came up with this term. They decided to call these Native Americans Indians as well. So by calling Native Americans Indians is basically validating colonization. I know that's a broad statement to make, but I feel like by calling them Indian in a way, we're kind of depriving them of their cultural authenticity and their unique cultural significance. But yeah, I am Indian from India. I was actually born here in the United States, but my family moved from India, in search of opportunities. And then a star was born. This is actually a fun fact about a little bit more about my ethnic background. I did a DNA test through Ancestry.com over the summer, and I found out that I am 1% Polynesian, 4% Melanesian, 7% East Asian, and 20% Gujarati, which is this state in like northwestern India. My family's actually from South India, so I found that very surprising. But yeah, there is a fun fact about me. Okay, so I was actually born in Bismarck, North Dakota. Of all the places my parents could move to in the United States or even around the world, they moved to Bismarck, North Dakota. Why? I cannot answer that question for you. I don't know why. My dad did get a job there, but I don't know. Bismarck? I mean, come on. Bismarck? I'm pretty sure I'm like the only human being from there. I'm joking. There are people there. You know what's actually funny? We did this We did this icebreaker once. You know how at the beginning of the school year we do like an icebreaker. This was back at Emory. We get to introduce each other through icebreakers. So we were doing this icebreaker where we write down a fact about us on a card, and then we like pass it to whoever the group leader is, or like our professor or whatever. And then people have to guess who wrote that fact, okay? So I wrote down, I'm from Bismarck, and people were, when it came to my turn, people were like reading the card and trying to figure out whose card that was. They were like, Bismarck? Where is that? Is that, I feel like that's in Denmark. I feel like that's European. And I was like, oh my God. Oh no, Bismarck is in North Dakota. It's in the United States. It is the capital of North Dakota. Know your geography. I'm just kidding. I'm so geographically challenged. I don't know anything about geography. But anyway, yeah, I was born in Bismarck, North Dakota. We only lived there a year after I was born. Then we moved to a tiny little town called Longmont, Colorado. It's close to Boulder. So I lived there for about, let's see, I would say about 8 years. And then we moved to Georgia. We moved a little bit north of Atlanta to this town called Alpharetta. So I lived there up until last year. I went to school in Atlanta at Emory University. And then now I live in Los Angeles. I moved here for school, for USC, for my graduate degree. So yeah, that is the history of my mobilization. Another cool fact about me is I am 22 years old. You probably assumed that from me telling you I go to grad school, but if I hadn't told you that, you probably would have been a little surprised because people think I look between the ages of 10 and 15. This has happened so many times. I don't know, it's something about my face. Maybe it's really round. I look like a baby. Like, I don't know what it is, but people think I look below the age of 15. And I can't tell you the number of times this has happened. I remember over this past summer, I went to the neighborhood pool, and you know how they have like adult swim time or whatever? So I kept being in the pool, and the guy the lifeguard was like, you need to get out, it's adult swim time. And I was like, bruh, I'm 21 years old. He was like, I swear to God, I'm pretty sure you came like last week and you're 14. And I was like, no, that is, first of all, it's kind of racist. It's probably another little Indian girl. And secondly, no, that is not me. I am 21 years old. I had to like take out my license and show him, and it was just so extra. Another similar incident, I went to Las Vegas for spring break to visit my friend, and I was literally about to miss my flight. I was in such a rush. I was just like going through security, trying to like, just so stressed out, and the lady goes, you're above 13 years old, right? And I was like, woman, I do not have time for this right now. Yes, I'm freaking 22. 21. I was 21 at the time. Yeah, but you know what? I guess I'll appreciate that aspect of myself when I'm older, just not now. I mean, telling me that I look like a teenager is kind of like, okay. Anyway, yeah, I'm 22 years old. I just turned 22 last month in September. Woo. Okay, so another fun fact about me is I have 2 tattoos. One is, it's kind of hard to show, but they're like twisting my arm. That is a combination of my zodiac sign and my mom's zodiac sign. So I'm a Libra and my mom is a Sagittarius. And the reason I have that is because I am so close to my mom. She is my strength, my support, my encouragement. She's my everything, and I love her to death. And I, you know, especially moving so far away to Los Angeles when she's like all the way across the country in Georgia, I just needed some part of her where she's like, I feel like she's still with me. It's just like a sign of how much I love my mom. And I'm about to, okay, this is a little personal, but my biological mother passed away when I was 2 years old in a car accident, and then my dad remarried, and my biological mom is also a Sagittarius. It's kind of like, this tattoo's for both of them, my biological mom and my mom now. So yeah, there's that. And then I have another tattoo. Let me see if I can show you. got this tattoo in Western Samoa. So it is a hibiscus flower, which is the national flower of Samoa. And the reason I went to Samoa is because I was studying abroad there in 2016. I was studying child development, child psychology over the summer. And tattoos actually originate in Samoa. The word for tattoo in Samoan is tatao. It has a long ancient history, and so I was like, you know what? I want to get something culturally significant, something that represents, this trip, because that trip was like one of the highlights of my college experience. So, yep, I got that. It was a stick and poke tattoo. If you don't know what that is, look it up. It was very painful. Yeah, this was used with a gun, but yeah, that was a stick and poke, and that was so painful, but it was worth it. Yeah, okay, so what am I most passionate about? I am very passionate about social justice issues, which is why I studied women's gender and sexuality studies in my undergrad, and I'm studying public policy right now. Social issues mean a lot to me, and I think a lot of change is needed in our society, and that a lot of people should be delving into these issues. And I know it makes me sound super nerdy. I'm also really passionate about human evolution and migration, like human migration history. I just find it so interesting. I love to read about it. Like, you can ask me any stage of like human evolution and I will know the name. Like, I've memorized all of them. I know what happened in each stage. Just the whole migration pattern. And how humans, develop different traits based on their migration and their evolution. I'm so mind blown by that fact. If you're also interested in that anthropological discipline, there's a really good magazine that you can subscribe to called Archaeology. They have some really great articles about recent findings and, evolution, and definitely you should look into that. Okay, so my most embarrassing story. They're not that embarrassing, it's just I felt embarrassed not because of how people perceive me, but I was just embarrassed with myself. So I actually have two slightly embarrassing stories. So I was playing with my dog Max, okay, he was on his back going crazy, like having a great time, and then I noticed these little bumps on his stomach, and I freaked out. I was like, oh my god, what are those? So I immediately called the vet and I was like, I see these little bumps, I don't know, I'm a little worried. So I brought him into the vet and it turns out those little bumps are nipples. I did not know male dogs had nipples. I know, how am I in grad school? I should have known that. I don't know. Yeah, so they still made me pay a $25 copay for that. I'm still a little salty about that. But yeah, it turns out those little bumps were nipples, so save yourself a vet's visit and some money if you see tiny little red bumps, because those are most likely going to be your fur baby's nipples. Okay, and then another embarrassing story. This happened last week. I had a midterm exam, and I was just out of it, and I needed to Google something, okay? I went to I was already on Google, and then I Googled google.com. And I saw it and I was like, what is wrong with me? I am not human. Okay, my favorite hobbies. I love to play tennis. I was actually on the varsity girls tennis team back at Emory for about a year. So I love to play tennis. I also really like to play ping pong. I like to read about history. I really like history. I also really like to sing. I bought a ukulele over the summer and I've kind of just been like experimenting with it and teaching myself some songs that I really like. I really like that, and I love to hang out with my friends. I just love going out with my friends, hanging out with them, or just staying. I don't like to be alone. I really like to be around people, so okay, my favorite animals. We're kind of delving into like the favorites now. My favorite animals are, okay, so if we're talking about pets, I really like big dogs. Big dogs I love them. My favorite breeds specifically are German Shepherds, and I love Huskies. And then I also really like bunnies. I think they're so cute. And then in terms of like wild animals, I really like wolves. I think they're so cool. know, just that whole pack dynamic that wolves have. I just find it so interesting and cool, and how protective and loyal they are. Okay, so if I had to describe myself in 4 words, I would describe myself as open-minded, selfless. I am a very selfless person. I don't believe in selfishness or pretentiousness at all. I would say those 2 qualities are one of my biggest pet peeves, the 2 things I hate in people. I'm a very, very non-judgmental person. I do not judge anybody based on any characteristic at all. And I like to think I'm funny. Lastly, my favorite type of music, I have started listening to something called trip hop. I don't know if you've heard of that, but it's basically like a combination of hip hop beats and jazz, and it is just some of the most relaxing, it's just the most relaxing music ever. Whenever I'm taking like a hot bath or I'm studying, that is all I listen to. It is so relaxing. I would say that is my favorite type of music. Yeah, you can go to YouTube and type in like chill hop, or there's a good channel called Chilled Cow where they play this kind of music, and you know, or even Spotify has some really good trip hop music too. It's really good to study too. Usually it's instrumental. Sometimes they'll have some like vocal aspects in it. Those are some facts about me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed that video. That was more like, I feel like it was only supposed to be like 10 to 12 facts, but I ended up like spilling out thousands and thousands of facts, so I apologize for that. But at least you get to know a little bit more about me, who I am. And leave down in the comment below just a fun fact about you. I really want to know about you guys. So I am gonna upload another video next week. One of my best friends is actually coming to visit me. So I'm feeling a reaction video. I think we're gonna do a reaction video. It's gonna be really funny. So yeah, stay in tune then, like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you guys then. Bye!